10 times Israel Adesanya impressed the world. 10 times Israel Adesanya impressed the world. Israel Adesanya is the best striker in MMA at the present and no doubt the best fighter. He has set records in UFC. He is currently on 20 wins with no defeats, of which 15 have been won by knockout. But how did his journey start from being a school bully to a kickboxer, then a martial artist? So welcome back. All of these questions will be addressed in today's video. Now, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Australian MMA scene with Stuart Dare on November 24th, 2017. Over the past 4 years, Israel Adesanya has gone from anonymity to being one of the most well-known names in the sport of combat. He has yet to lose a middleweight fight and has conquered his best contemporaries and all-time great fighters. Some Adesanya fans would be aware of this before his UFC signing. Adesanya had victories in the kickboxing circuits as well as in Australian and Chinese MMA. During the promotion of Australian MMA promotion Hex Fight Series, Adesanya gained a knockout victory in the fight against Stuart Dare. This impressive performance resulted in his UFC signing. In the fight against Dare, Adesanya controlled the first round and had him jiggled seriously. Within 7 seconds, Adesanya highlighted himself in the process to the big leagues of MMA. King in the Ring 14, Heavyweight Grand Prix 2015. In the semifinals of the King of the Ring, Israel Adesanya defeated Dan Roberts via KO and TKO in the first round at the ASB Stadium. The kickboxing skills of Adesanya are so tremendous and can be seen in his tournaments.
Range. Good check from Adesanya. Makes the man miss. Roberts trying to track him down. Adesanya's game plan is to make him miss. Catches the kick. Here's a left hook from Adesanya. Roberts has been chinned. We cannot ask for more. The house of pain has been destroyed.
Are you a fan of the Ultimate Fighting Championship? How much are you interested? UFC 243, Israel Adesanya knocks down Robert Whittaker. Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker fought at UFC 243 back in October 2019. Then the interim UFC middleweight champion went into the fight to claim Whittaker's throne and become the undisputed title holder. Israel traveled to Robert Whittaker's lawn at the Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, Australia. He managed to knock down the Reaper, obtaining a win by way of TKO in the second round. According to the UFC's official website, Adesanya managed to record 40 significant strikes during the clash between he and Robert at UFC 243. He gave 27 strikes to Whittaker's head, 6 to the body, and 7 to the leg. Whittaker, on the other hand, recorded 32 significant strikes, landing 20 to Adesanya's head, 3 to his body, and 9 to the leg. Adesanya's defense was impassable in both rounds. 3.5 minutes into the second frame, the interim UFC middleweight champion cracked Whittaker with a right and followed it with a left hook. The blend sent Whittaker to the shade last time, gaining Adesanya the coveted UFC middleweight title.
He's got to be very careful. Oh!
Whittaker nearly out on his feet. Adesanya trying to close it out.
UFC 230, Stylebender dominates with an opening round finish. Adesanya has once again proved to be a presiding power in the middleweight division after a one-sided technical knockout TKO finish against Derek Brunson. He seemed confident in his best kickboxing skill and striking, which helped him win against Brunson.
Block him with the first frame. Nah, we knew that was coming. Not the double up. That was coming. Like I said, Andre had the game plan. A, B, C, and D. Sussed his game. Yeah, so shout out to those guys. Motherfucker try to brush it off. Look at him.
King of the Ring 9, Super Middleweight Grand Prix 2014. In the King of the Ring series, the first semifinal between Israel Adesanya and Pati Afoa on the 30th of August 2014 at the ASB Stadium, Adesanya recorded a great victory and knocked out Afoa. EM Legend 7. On January 30th, 2016, in combat between Israel Adesanya and Carl Injai, Adesanya ruthlessly defeated Carl Injai. King in the Ring 11. Super Middleweight Grand Prix 2015. Israel Adesanya defeated Pati Afoa via KO TKO at 1 minute and 3 seconds of round 1 in the tournament championship final. The tournament was held at the ASB Stadium, 72 Kemp Street, Kilbirnie, Wellington, 6022, New Zealand. UFC 253 in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. The pretty good fight between Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa got 3 stars as the UFC Performance of the Night on September 27, 2020. Israel Adesanya entered this fight with a perfect MMA record of 19-0-0, and he is ranked as the #1 middleweight in the world, while his opponent, the black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Paulo Henrique Borrachina Costa, had an official record of 13-0-0 with a 92% finishing rate, and he entered as the #3 in the same weight class. UFC 271, Israel Adesanya vs. Robert Whittaker 2, a head-to-toe breakdown. A long-awaited rematch between Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker will finally take place at UFC 271 this Saturday in Houston, Texas. The pair first met at UFC 243 in October 2019. Australia's Whittaker entered the cage as the undisputed middleweight champion, while his Kiwi rival Adesanya held the division's interim title. It was viewed as the biggest fight in the history of the oceanic mixed martial arts scene, and really one of the very best fights possible at the time. In the end, Adesanya won that fight decisively, sparking Whittaker with a second-round left hook. It wasn't a fight that begged for an immediate rematch, but over time, Whittaker has made an undeniable claim to do a do-over. The well-rounded former champ has fought 3 times since losing the title to Adesanya, picking up a trio of impressive decision wins over top-flight middleweights in Darren Till, Jared Cannonier, and Kelvin Gastelum. He's frankly never looked better. UFC 221, Israel Adesanya's debut against Rob Wilkinson. UFC middleweight champion made his debut in 2018 at UFC 221, where he secured the victory over Rob Wilkinson via knockout and earned the victory. He added an intriguing addition to the UFC by having a showdown with the Razor Rob Wilkinson. He first got noticed on the combat sports scene when he knocked out Adesanya by getting 11 of his wins and getting unbeaten as a pro. Israel Adesanya didn't have an easy time with Rob Wilkinson at first, but he got things done with hands and knees. Adesanya improved his record to 12-0 in MMA and 1-0 in the UFC, who took out Wilkinson, who fell to 11-2 in MMA and 0-2 in the UFC at the 337 mark of the second round with an assault. He then put the UFC's middleweight division on attention by saying he was the new dog in the weight class, a match he won courtesy of the second-round TKO, winning Performance of the Night bonus. Don't go anywhere, because now we're going to discuss his early life. Israel Adesanya went to Chrisland School, Opebi, where he enrolled for after-school Taekwondo lessons, but was left by his mom for having an injury. He moved out of Nigeria at age 11 with his family to Ghana, then settled in Rotorua, New Zealand after 10 months of staying in Ghana. He got bullied in high school, and this experience affected him to pursue martial arts. At the age of 18, Adesanya started kickboxing training after being inspired by the martial arts movie Ong Bak. He then moved to China to fight and returned after 3 years to Auckland, New Zealand at the age of 21. He is a great anime fan with a great interest in Death Note and Naruto. Adesanya can be seen as dangerous in his fighting by using his front leg roundhouse kicks fast and accurately. He makes sure he takes advantage of his long legs. So, this was all about this video. I hope you like the information given in the video, and if you have anything on your mind, feel free to comment below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more videos like this. Also, hit the bell icon to get the notification of the latest updates on the channel. And thanks for watching!